Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Entertainment on Point. I'm Tanasia Law.
And I'm Casey Houlihan, and we've got all the latest gossip on Hollywood's biggest stars, starting with Tanasia's update on one of Hollywood's biggest breakups.
I think I speak for almost everyone when I say that our dreams and hearts were shattered when the news broke out that Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt split. Rumors were spread, and we all have been dying to find out what really happened with the perfect couple. Angelina Jolie finally spoke out in a sit-down interview with BBC World News. The Mr. and Mrs. Smith star fought back tears as she addressed her divorce from Brad Pitt for the first time publicly since the September breakup. The famous actress discussed the, quote, very difficult time her family has been through in these past few months. She shared, quote, we are a family, and we will always be a family, and we will get through this time and hopefully be a stronger family for it, end quote. Jolie and Pitt's 6 children joined their mother in Cambodia over the weekend as she premiered her latest film, First They Killed My Father. The event marked Angelina's first appearance since the separation. She was asked how she is coping with the divorce and responded saying, quote, my focus is my children, our children, and my focus is finding the way through, quote. She went on to say, we are and forever will be family. I am coping and finding a way through to make sure that this somehow makes us stronger and closer, end quote. Among other things that were discussed, Angelina Jolie has hope for the future. She says she hopes to be, quote, traveling around the world visiting her children. Here at EOP, we wish Angelina and Brad the best.
I am definitely wishing them nothing but the best. Another big story broke when singer Jackie Evancho took to Twitter to send a message to Donald Trump. Evancho, 16, rose to stardom after winning America's Got Talent. Most recently, she performed the national anthem at Mr. Trump's presidential inauguration. What many don't know, however, is that Jackie has a transgender sister, Juliet. Currently, Juliet is in a lawsuit battle with her school fighting for her right to use the women's bathroom. After the Trump presidency recently lifted the federal guidelines allowing transgender students to use the bathroom that matches their identity, Jackie took to Twitter to state her opinion on the issue. She tweeted, quote, at Real Donald Trump, you gave me the honor to sing at your inauguration. Please give me and my sis the honor to meet with you to talk about transgender rights, unquote. Due to this lift, the decision whether transgender students will be allowed to use the bathrooms and locker rooms that match with their identity will be decided at the state level. On this, Jackie Evancho tweeted, quote, I am obviously disappointed in the POTUS decision to send the transgender bathroom issue to the states to decide, end quote. Many people saw Evancho's choice to sing at Trump's inauguration as a show of support, so many are shocked to see her taking any sort of stand against Trump. However, it seems clear that Jackie is putting family in front of politics. Now, Tanasia has the latest story on another former child superstar.
The 13-year-old pop star that made more than $200 million before he was 18 years old has spoken out after his alleged attack at his concert in Bradley, Illinois. Aaron Carter was attacked at his concert by a Hispanic musician who punched the former I Want Candy star in the head for taunting the musician. So why did this guy punch the former child star? Well, I think we all remember the saying, bye Felicia, that originated from the movie Friday and then resurfaced and became everyone's favorite thing to say. Aaron Carter decided to take a racial twist on the saying and said, bye Felipe, to the Hispanic musician. Carter took to Twitter to assure fans that he was, quote, still pretty, and that the attack was prompted not by racism, but, quote, jealousy. He sent out various tweets, and PerezHilton.com said that in a very, quote, Donald Trump-esque tweet, Carter wrote, jealousy invokes assault, sad, very sad, end quote. The Hispanic musician's name is Hayes Carbaja, and he got to tell his side of the story in a video on TMZ. He says that Bye Felipe was a racist comment because him and his fellow Ill State band members were the only Hispanics at the show. He felt that he had to do something and that he couldn't just let that happen. He said, quote, I went up and I pushed him into his computer, end quote. Hayes says he wants Carter to apologize to him, his band members, his town, and other Hispanics that he offended. He ended the video by saying, quote, Aaron should watch how he talks to other people because he's not famous anymore and his security isn't that good anymore. So maybe he should learn how to respect others, end quote. Ouch. Bye, Felicia.
And finally, some exciting news for late night TV. It has been announced that the 20-year-old singer Lorde will be the musical guest on Saturday Night Live's episode March 11th. Fans are really excited to finally see Lorde performing again and hope this performance is hinting at the release of new music. It's been 4 years since Lorde's debut album Pure Heroine was released, which contained the track that raised her to stardom, Royals. Although nothing has yet been confirmed, fans are hoping Lorde will premiere some new work on the popular late-night show. This episode is bound to be good, as Scarlett Johansson will be returning to host the episode for the 5th time. Those are your top stories for this week. Next, we have a special Oscar movie segment with the one and only Mike Turk. Take it away, Mike.
Thank you, Casey. With the Oscars coming up this Sunday, it's time to make some Mike movie predictions of who will own the night. Follow along with me and write down your Oscar predictions and see if you can beat me. We'll focus on the major categories just for now. Let's start off with Best Director, and my first prediction is Damien Chazelle for La La Land. The creative engineer behind the film won his first Golden Globe back in January for Best Director, and I see him winning his first Oscar as well. Next up, Best Supporting Actress. A lot of big names in this category. You have Viola Davis, Naomi Harris, Nicole Kidman, Octavia Spencer, and Michelle Williams. But I think Viola Davis will go home with the hardware for her work opposite of Denzel Washington in Fences. This is Davis's third nomination, and she looks to pick up her first Oscar win. We'll switch things up with the same category but for men, and the Oscar for Best Supporting Actor goes to Mahershala Ali for his role as a drug dealer with a secret heart in Moonlight. This is Ali's first nomination, and I'll be very surprised if he loses out to someone like Jeff Bridges or Michael Shannon, respectively. We now move to Best Actress, and it's hard for me not to roll with Emma Stone in La La Land. Stone is always a crowd favorite, along with the Academy. She won the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a comedy or musical, but she will have some tough competition going up against past Oscar winners such as Natalie Portman and Meryl Streep. Now for the category I think is the most competitive, Best Actor. Ryan Gosling won the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a musical or comedy. Casey Affleck won the Golden Globe for Best Actor in a drama. Then you have Denzel Washington's powerful performance in Fences, along with Andrew Garfield in Hacksaw Ridge and Viggo Mortensen in Captain Fantastic. But I think Casey Affleck will come out on top for his role in Manchester by the Sea. It's his second nomination, and he'll look to finally join his brother Ben Affleck, and bring an Oscar home to mom. And finally, the final award presented at the Oscars, Best Picture. And the final award and the final Mike movie prediction goes to, drumroll please, La La Land. The musical went a perfect 7 for 7 at the Golden Globes, including Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy. I'd have to imagine that La La Land will be the one going home with the most hardware on Sunday night. That's it for this special segment of Mike's Movies, but stay tuned because after the break, we introduce our new segment, Truth or Trash.
Did you know that Point Park has a cheerleading squad?
Don't stop.
Don't get it confused.
Not only do our cheerleaders represent Point Park at regional and national competitions, but they also promote spirit and awareness of every sports team on campus. Come to any men's or women's varsity basketball game at home to watch the cheerleaders perform at halftime and cheer from the sidelines from the first jump ball to the final buzzer. Sports not your thing? You can catch the cheer team lead the crowd at the fall and spring pep rallies as well, or at several competitions around Pittsburgh each year. So what are you waiting for? Show the Point Park cheerleaders the support they show you.
Every human being has a purpose, has a dream to have their voices heard, no matter where they come from, no matter where they go. As an American, it is their right to have freedom of speech. I have a dream that one day this message will speak louder than words. that even the quietest voice will not go unnoticed. That is my dream. What is yours? For more information, visit www.freedomofspeechpsa.org.
Welcome back to EOP. I'm Royce Jones, the host of a brand new EOP segment, Truth or Trash. Each week, a guest co-host and I will take the hottest Hollywood rumors and decide whether we think they're truth or just tabloid trash. I'm joined this week by EOP reporter
Casey Jo Brown.
Let's get started with our first rumor. Recently, Amber Rose and Val Smirkovsky have called it quits, and rumors have started up yet again that Wiz Khalifa and Amber are back on.
What do you
Okay.
think about this?
This is how I feel about this. Amber, you should have known better, Amber. I feel like to go, because you know that they were spotted at the pre-Grammy show.
So you think it's definitely true?
It's definitely
It's definitely true because that song "Roll Up" by Wiz, he says, "Whenever you need me, you can call me."
Okay.
So
this
it's
is
true. Like they're back together.
Well,
but
this is how I see it. First of all, they show up to the Grammys pre-show together, kissed on the carpet. 4 days after you break up with your boyfriend, Amber, that's messy.
it's messy and it's airing your dirty laundry, but
Yeah, and I mean, whether it be true or not true, according to Amber, which she kind of did, she took to Instagram and kind of did shoot the rumors down, saying basically they have a really nice relationship, and that's always going to be her, you know, her baby father.
baby
It's her
daddy.
baby father. You know, she shot those rumors down, but Amber, you know, of course people are going to speculate. This is 4 days after you
your break
up with Val.
Give us some time, girl.
Yeah, boo. I'm sorry, Amber, but you're wrong, and I'm definitely going to call this rumor true.
It's true.
I'm definitely going to go ahead and say this is truth. Amber, sweetie, you got to not be messy next time. That was very messy.
Clean it up. Be professional a little bit.
Yes. Our next rumor is whether or not The Weeknd's latest diss song is about Justin Bieber.
Oh.
This is all the way about
This
Justin
is all
Bieber.
you can't deny it. This is definitely truth. 100%.
150,000%.
Justin Bieber.
It's about Justin. This is the thing. Justin was spotted in Hollywood walking around and basically told reporters whenever they asked him, like, how do you feel about The Weeknd and Selena?
He publicly dissed them.
He said, I think The Weeknd's music is whack.
Yeah.
I don't listen to that. You know, so I just feel like definitely The Weeknd, we know, look, we're not even in Hollywood and we know that, you know, we know the tea.
I felt it. And like,
Yeah.
even though The Weeknd has your girl, JB, you can't do that. That's
Not
just,
only that,
it's
but
rude.
Justin, how dare you be upset? You just got out of a relationship.
And it's The Weeknd, man.
Yeah,
You knew they were gonna do something. You knew he was gonna do something to you.
Yeah, exactly. It's The Weeknd. Trust me, you should have expected a diss track. You don't look. This is how I feel when you're dealing with rappers, especially because this is something super popular in like the hip hop industry. You don't go to that. You know, you don't check with that with a rapper because you know they're gonna go and they're gonna make a diss song about
I mean,
you.
they can make a diss like this. It's like, forget
Especially
you,
The
Royce.
Weeknd.
Like,
Especially The Weeknd.
you
That
can
man
diss my
is a
dress and be like,
lyricist.
forget you, Royce. Like, look what you wear, man. Like,
Okay, exactly, and I would have. That's warranted.
Yeah.
That's warranted. So that's how I feel.
Yeah.
And as far as that relationship go, what do you think about?
It's a very weird combo. Selena, I don't know what you're doing, girl, but as long as you're happy, good for you.
No, I'm not happy for you, Selena, because of the fact that's really messy. You used to run, and you and Bella used to run in Taylor Swift's circle with her sister Gigi. Y'all all ran in the same circle.
That's a little messy.
I'm not here for it. That's messy.
But it
yeah.
is truth. I'll agree with this one.
It's definitely truth.
Yeah.
And for our final rumor this week, word has been spreading that Nick Cannon may leave America's Got Talent after threats of termination surfaced. We don't have any trash. This week. That's 100% true. Nick Cannon took to Facebook and saying, he confirmed it, saying 8 years.
Yeah.
He enjoyed his 8 years on America's Got
hate to see
Talent.
no, yeah.
You know, and actually, I have the quotes here for us to read. Before I give you the quotes, though, I do want to just give you some background information. Nick Cannon, he has this comedy show. It's a new comedy show, and basically the reason that America's Got Talent, the producers had a problem with some of the content that was in his show.
Yeah.
I did see some of the footage. Nick, like, you can't play with things like this. At that point, you're playing with your money.
Yeah.
You have a new baby. You have
gotta
twins.
support Mariah. You just can't do that.
Well, she can hold her own. She can hold her. She's not,
It's
she doesn't
true,
need the
but-
child support money from Nick. He might need a little something from her, especially quitting. You were making $70,000 an episode. You can't be doing this. You got mouths to feed. You have twins. Mariah Carey, the Mariah Carey is your baby's mom. She's not going to be with a scrub.
America's Got Talent. America needs you to host that talent. Quit
Well,
playing games.
I do feel like it is 2017. There are so many people who would kill for that job.
I know.
So
I would hate to see him go.
America's Got Talent, they're not really pressed about it. I know that they're not pressed about it. I do want to give you some
Yeah,
of
let's
the
see the quotes
quotes
here.
of just some of the things that he did say. I grew up like a real bleep. All that stuff, but I honestly believe once I started doing America's Got Talent, they took my real bleep card, he said.
Nick, why are you speaking that way?
Nick, I'm sorry, but you brought this on yourself. But he didn't get fired. He did leave before they could fire him.
He
So
left peacefully, so America does have some talent.
you know what? Well, I guess the hosting position on America's Got Talent will be open. So
Yeah.
America's Got Talent.
Hey, here we are.
If you need a host. But anyways, that's it for this week's edition of Truth or Trash. Tweet us at Entertainment On Point with your thoughts and join us next week. Now let's go over to Dan East with the latest news in social media.
Thanks, First and Casey. We'll start on Instagram and Twitter, where even a week past the Grammys, CeeLo Green is still the spotlight after having the nerve to dress like a golden Iron Man whom ate a bit too many burritos down the red carpet. Pictures of his look with the tags, quote, CeeLo Green has lost his damn mind and hashtag Grammys still lurk the media platforms and aren't giving any indications they'll be disappearing anytime soon. In other news, we've all heard to watch what we post on social media. But what about our partners' social media? Well, former Jaguar cornerback Fernando Bryant was just fired from a job as head coach of a Georgia high school football team less than 3 weeks after signing a contract because of a photo his wife posted on her own personal Instagram 3 years ago. Bryant had signed a contract with Strong Rock Christian School, but was later asked to resign. In his letter, the school urged the decision after parents allegedly raised issues about his past on social media. Bryant's termination letter, however, never specified which post caused the concerns, and in the letter, the school wrote, quote, this letter will form that Strong Christian School has made a decision not to move forward with your employment in the position of head coach of football team and physical education teacher. We're sorry that our relationship had to start before it started. It had to end before it started. We wish you the best of luck, end quote. Bryant, however, suspects that it's a picture he and his wife took where Bryant is seen holding a bottle suspectly containing liquor. One last thing, make sure to follow me on Instagram at coach_Danis. That's all I have for you today. With Entertainment On Point, I'm Danis Marrero. Now let's go to Samir Nafsi for the latest news from the small screen.
This has been a crazy week on the small screen. We'd have everything from Lifetime's train wreck of a biopic to Chandraland drama and to Jessica Biel getting cast in something. Oops, she did it again. Well, she didn't, but Lifetime sure did. Lifetime decided to butcher another biopic on a celebrity. Lifetime recently aired a special called Britney Ever After. After the movie aired, guns were out on Twitter with Sarah Michelle Gellar throwing some shade like it's sunny. Gellar tweeted, quote, who lit this movie, hashtag Britney Ever After, and why does he hate women, end quote. I ask myself that question about The Ringer every day. The film has been heavily criticized due to its alternative facts in the film. The 2-hour film had many inaccuracies, including a sex tape that is nowhere to be found, and several inaccuracies in interpretations of Spears' iconic costumes. Should we mention that this film wasn't even authorized by Spears? Next time, get someone who looks like the celebrity Lifetime. And I guess Lifetime hates you, Britney. Well, hopefully we get a stronger depiction of Britney in the future. Now let's talk about the show that we all can count on, Attention, Chandraland. It's good to see her, isn't it? We can all rejoice by the fact that ABC just renewed our favorite shows. ABC's Thursday night block has been renewed with Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. Grey's will be going into its 14th season with Scandal, with its 7th season, and Murder returning with its 4th season. I can't wait to have all of my women of Thursday night back next year. It seems the small screen is willing to have Jessica Biel back on it. Biel has had awful luck making it back on the screen after a whirlwind of flops. But she's making it back. This summer, USA Network will produce The Sinner. The Sinner is about the former Seventh Heaven actress murdering a stranger at the beach, unable to explain her actions. Sounds promising. Well, I guess we'll have to find out and see how Jessica does. Fingers crossed for you, girl. I'm Samira Nefzer reporting for EOP. Stay tuned in because after the break, we have all the latest news from the music world.
Here on the Pioneer Sideline, we talk a lot about sports in the studio, but it's beforehand when the conversation is actually interesting.
I hope I have enough powder on. I don't want to be too shiny on camera.
No, Trevor, I think it looks good. Every week you pull it off.
Ah, thanks, Phil. Man, your hair looks great tonight, by the way.
You sure? Yeah, I mean, I got a new haircut, but it looks alright.
Hey, guys. Does this make me look fat?
No, you look great. You look good. Yeah, Kyle.
Thanks. That was really...
Sports! Yeah! Ever wanted to be behind the mic and have the world listening to your show on campus? Well, it's just as simple as joining WPPJ, Point Park's student-run radio station, located on the 2nd floor of Lawrence Hall, right next to the dining services. Listeners can tune in using Point Park's website or through the TuneIn app by searching WPPJ. WPPJ welcomes any new DJs that want to get involved, so be heard. Do you have what it takes?
Well, no one showed up to the show tonight. Follow my lead. In 3, 2, take 2, open mics, cue talent. Good evening and welcome to UView News. I'm Josh Krupp. We begin with breaking news out of West Penn Hall. Ready, 3, take lower 3rd. Traffic is backed up in the West Penn elevator line after elevator 1 broke down on the 7th floor. Lose lower 3rd. Maintenance advises students to take the stairs to avoid delays. Ready, 2, take 2. In other news, no, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. We need crew. Join UView. Take alien hand transition.
Hey guys, welcome back to EOP. Now let's recap all the top news stories from the music world. Making its way up the iTunes charts, we have a not-so-new song, but one that has gained a lot of popularity since it was performed at the Grammy Awards show. Bruno Mars' song, That's What I Like, a track off of his new album 24 Karat Magic, is now at the number 2 spot on the iTunes pop charts. This song has a very enthusiastic chorus of backing vocals, which makes it a super fun song to jam out to. Some listeners might even get jealous and wish that they lived the great, luxurious lifestyle in which Mars lives and describes in this track. And at number 3 on the iTunes charts, we have a single that has been described as a total banger despite the sad story it contains. It Ain't Me is a collaboration between Selena Gomez and the Norwegian DJ Kygo. The electric, happy sounds in the song make it seem like an upbeat tune, but when you listen to the catchy chorus, you will see that the song is actually about moving on from a bad relationship, just like most of Selena Gomez's recent songs seem to be. And now, it's my favorite part of the segment, My Pick of the Week. Just this week, the pop-punk band called Knuckle Puck announced that they will be releasing a new album on March 17th called Calendar Days Indecisive. The new single, Indecisive, was also released this week, and you can check it out on Rise Records' YouTube channel. You can also pre-order the album on Knuckle Puck's website right now if you'd like to, but just don't forget to check it out when it's released in March. Now let's throw it over to Wyatt Cree for this week's edition of Fashion Riot.
Thanks, Caitlin. Again, I'm your host, Wyatt Cree, and this week I'm joined by the one and only Emily Miller. Welcome to Fashion Riot. Are you excited?
Thank you. I'm so excited. I've never done anything fashion-wise before, and I'm really pumped.
Don't worry, I'll lead you the way.
Awesome.
So this week, we're of course discussing all the crazy fashion at the Grammy Awards, but there's a twist. We're going to be pitting some of our favorite ladies against each other in our very first Fashion Riot Showdown. So first up, we have the Battle of the Blondes with Katy Perry and Tom Ford and Lady Gaga and Alex Ulicini. We have Katy Perry up here on our left, the far. And I don't know how I feel about this. It looks a little
Hate it.
Swiffer duster to me.
Hate it. Hate the color. I hate the top and the bottom. The two they don't even go together well. Like the top and the bottom
I
look
know.
bad. It looks bad all around.
I almost wish
Hate
that
it.
it were cut off right
Yeah.
at the skirt
Yeah.
thing. And then just like throw on a pair of black pumps and I think she would look like
exactly,
a rock star.
Exactly. Although I do have to say her hair, I'm loving the blonde hair.
it
She's
too.
rocking it.
Exactly.
She looks great.
So our other blonde, we have Lady Gaga.
Love it.
And I'm obsessed. Like
I
everything.
love it.
The under boob I think is so cool. It's perfect. And it reminds me of a Gaga that I feel like we've been missing.
Yeah,
She's
exactly.
been a little
I
tame.
completely agree. I completely agree.
So-
Because she always goes big, always goes wild and crazy.
Exactly.
And this is so her, and she looks good. Like her body looks amazing. She
She's
looks
back.
great. Looks
So
great.
definitely I think our winner is Lady Gaga.
Totally
obviously.
Gaga, all
yes.
the way.
So our next battle is the battle of the next generation pop divas. So we have Camila Cabello and Miri Couture. She's from Fifth Harmony, formerly left Fifth Harmony, and Demi Lovato and Julia McDonald. So let's start with Camila. This is her first Grammy Award. So
Okay.
this is kind of like her princess moment. I don't know if it's my princess moment.
No, I think, here's my opinion with this dress.
Okay.
She looks really good. I think if the top were maybe like a little more low cut, or even
Okay.
if it were strapless, it would look really good. That top, though, it's kind of like, it's not showing off any of her good qualities. I feel like
It looks
it could
bunchy.
totally bring in so much more if the top was just different.
I
Looks
completely
bad.
agree.
Yeah.
And I don't like underneath the tulle, she has these
I
like,
agree.
black and white stripes
I
that
agree.
don't really go with the top. So it's a little weird.
Because it's like polka dot at top and then stripes at the bottom.
It doesn't go
really look
together.
good.
But Demi, on the other hand,
Whew.
I think this is the best she's ever looked.
Amazing.
Hands down. And
It's
this
a
is
full see-through dress, she has said in an interview.
completely
Like,
crocheted.
completely crocheted. And it's beautiful.
That's insane. And like
She looks so
the
good.
metal pieces on the side, she's definitely confident there, I
100%.
say.
100. I would be
So-
confident if I looked like that.
Yes, Demi Lovato, hands down winner.
100%.
Easy again. Finally, we have the battle of the big winners of the night. So we have Adele and Couture Givenchy and Beyonce and Peter Dundas. Let's start with Adele. She was definitely kind of the star of the night. It's a little Shrek to me. It's a little
I'm
Fiona.
going to disagree with you. This is my favorite outfit of the entire night. Absolutely love it.
Tell me
I
why,
love
tell me
that
why.
color.
Let me
I
hear you
love
out.
all of the designs on it. I think it complements her body well.
Okay.
She looks amazing. It's just it's Adele, and I
Agree.
think she looks amazing in it. The color that's one of my favorite colors.
I do give her
Clothing-wise,
props
love it.
for not wearing a black gown because
Yeah.
that's what she always does.
Exactly.
I do give her props for
Gives
that,
her a
for
little
trying
color.
something different. I don't know, it just doesn't wow me.
I loved it.
Beyonce's does wow me though. And I'm not the biggest Beyonce fan, but I love the red glitter. I love how it shows the baby bump, but it's not the focus of
I
the
mean,
dress.
hey, she's pregnant with twins and she's totally rocking it.
Oh,
She looks
exactly.
great. I love the dress, but we're gonna disagree on this one. I have to give it to Adele.
We're disagreeing. I'm gonna have to give it to Beyonce. This is rare.
Ugh.
First time here on Fashion Riot.
I knew this was gonna happen.
Thank you so much, Emily, for joining me.
Of
Had a
course.
blast, and we will see you next time on Fashion Riot.
Thanks for tuning in, and make sure you follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram for all the latest EOP updates.
Thanks for watching EOP, your place for pop culture.
We'll see you guys next week.